Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a couple of pretty intense days and weeks, and I want to continue posting art on this YouTube channel. And let me tell you the reasons why. Because I see a lot of people say you shouldn't promote yourself right now. It's not about you, it's about the movement and all of that. And I completely agree. There is, though, a way of coping with things. And I'm coping through makeup, I'm coping through doing art, and it gives me energy and strength to continue to focus on what's important right now. And I see this as a marathon, I don't see that as a sprint. I don't think we will find solutions overnight. Unfortunately, I wish that would be great. But I think we're here for the long run. You know, change is not happening overnight. People need to relearn what is good and what's not in this world, and we need to also allow people the time to change. You know, I know we want the change overnight and we want equality, and trust me, as a gay man, there's nothing more that I want than equality on this planet. But it's not happening overnight. So we need to allow people to change. And because we're here for the long run, I also want to give people a mental break, an outlet, like a place they can go to be inspired, just have a good time, have a little fun, and recharge. So that's what I want to do today. But I still want to, go with a thing or a theme that's going on right now. With the movement, because we're always talking about black and white. I even saw some of my friends writing pretty intense stuff about like hating white people and stuff like that, and I completely get it. I understand you. I don't think fire is resolve the fire. I don't think hating somebody else just because you experienced hate from that group is a way of solving things, but that's just me. You're entitled to your feelings, and I absolutely support your way of discovering love for humanity, because I think that's what we need right now. So I will do a look inspired by not inspired, but I saw it before done many times, but first time I saw it was on RuPaul's Drag Race season final of Detox, like the black and white. So I would just transform myself pretty much into a black and white film diva, and I want to do it in drag, because for me, being a man in makeup is already a huge middle finger to society, and then drag is the ultimate middle finger, because we have out there a masculine toxic environment that degrades people like me, who embraces both of my sides. I embrace my masculine and feminine side, and so drag is like the ultimate middle finger, and it's like, F you for thinking I'm less of a man or less value or whatever than you just because I do something that you don't understand. So that's that. A lot of talk before the makeup, but I wanted to explain myself, and I hope this video gives you maybe a little moment of peace so you can recharge and go out and do what's right and fight for equality. I'm with you, and I love you, and let's go into the makeup. Alright, now that I look like a weird Santa Claus, so what I did is just I covered my brows, my sideburns, and then I already color corrected a little bit the beard area. So that's why I look so stunningly gorgeous right now. But what we next use is water activated paint. This is just a Chromacake from MAC in white, and I'm using a 190 brush, what is just like a flat paddle brush. And then what I like to use is just some Fix Plus to activate it. And the reason why I like Fix Plus is because it has glycerin inside and makes products stick. And now it's really just about saturating the brush. So I'm like spray on it, and then I just swirl it around. And now the first thing you want to do is just try to get as even as a layer of white all over your face. Next I go in with this Chroma Paint palette, and I use the black here. My viewfinder has a hard time to recognize my face right now because I'm blending in with the background. but that's okay. Now we will create some shapes. So I'm going in just with the black, and I haven't set it yet because I still want movement, so don't use powder yet. So what I start off with is just creating face contours. So going in where I have my cheekbone right here, and do just like a little line there. Obviously you want to try to be as symmetrical as possible. And here all around the hairline. And to really like shade it in, so I will just move it to the center slowly. And don't worry too much about making it like perfect because we will go in with powders on top of it. I'm just using a clean brush and I kind of like stipple along the edge to give it a little bit more blend. And here you just take your time and really just try to get it to fade from white into black as smooth as possible. Next I'm using an angle brush. Now I will draw on my eyebrows, also in black. Alright, so I did brows. It's so hard to do brows on a white canvas because you can see every little mistake. But it's okay. They're sisters, you know, they have different mothers probably, or fathers, you know, but it's okay. We can work with that. So the next thing that I want to do is let's do eyes. Now actually let me do the nose first. So I'm also using the angle brush, and then from here I just draw straight down here all the way to the tip, and then we just blend down from here a little bit. And then I use my flat brush that I used before for the carving out of the contour and just trying to blend it a little bit already. It's really all about going back and forth, blending and perfecting. I also contour a little bit around the nostrils to make them look smaller. Alright, let's go into eyes. So I'm using Chromaline. Yes, Chromaline in Pure White as my eyeshadow base. That's, by the way, also what I use to cover my brows, if you were wondering. Now to catch any fallout, I'm using just translucent powder. This is the set powder from MAC underneath the eyes a lot because I do want to catch any fallout. Alright, the first color I'm going in is this one right here from a MAC palette. This one is the Mellow Moderns palette. That one is discontinued unfortunately, but the color is still available. It's called Print. And Print is just that dark matte gray. So I'm starting with that in the socket line, going all the way to the front. And this is just to sketch out where my socket line will be. So the hardest part about using grays or blues or purples is the blend. So it's really just taking your time. So I'm switching between small brush and then the bigger one. This is the 240, and this is just to go over it and blend even further, and then I just go back and forth. Now to cut the crease, I'm using actually a liquid shadow. This one is Stars in Your Eyes. It's just a gray gunmetal kind of like liquid eyeshadow, and it's really easy to use to do a quick dramatic eye, honestly. Like, they come in a bunch of colors, so I'm just using it, and you can already see how I just created that cut crease in like 2 seconds. Now quickly before this sets, I want to go in with Reflex Pearl It's like a very fine glitter. I'm using a fluffy brush, a little setting spray on it, just a little, tapping it on top. It gives even more reflection, as you see. And then for the inner corner, I want to use white, so I'm going in with my favorite white on the market from the Blood Sugar palette. This is Glucose. Please, Mr. Star, come out with a single shadow of it. I need it. I'm popping it into the inner corner here. And I also use it underneath my brows. For more drama, let's go into black. This is just Carbon. Classic black from MAC. Just going on the outer corner here with that. So next I'm going in with eyeliner, create a liner on the top and also accentuate the crease. Alright, I will go off camera, do the other side, and then we do the bottom together and lashes, and we continue. Now we did have the extra powder there, but just to make sure, I'm using a little bit of extra powder on my brush, and that's how I kick it off. We don't want it to stain. Now before we're setting the makeup, I just want to really go smooth certain parts that still a little bit heavy, so just go ahead and use a brush and just go along the edges and just do little circles and wiggling motions to just blend further. Because the more you blend, you actually will have an easier time later on when you go in with powders, because we still go in with powders to do even more of that shenanigans and blending. So let's go ahead and then setting it with a powder puff and just translucent powder. You want to make sure it is like a translucent powder because you don't want it to be staining your white parts. So now I'm just taking a big powder brush and just removing the excess powder. I'm just taking a black liner and do like a little kind of my typical brow brush strokes. So for the bottom lash line, I first go in with just some black liner. This is the Duo there. And going on the waterline. Then to start smoking it out, we're going in back with Print. And all I do with that is running it along the lower lash line. And then I go back with my 240, just blending it out. And now on a smaller brush, this one is the 240. This one is the 214. I'm just going in with Carbon one more time. And then blending it out. Now I'm taking also Print to blur out my face contours a little bit. So I'm going in and just really start melting the white and the black together. I'm using a Morphe M504 brush for that. And then to go back and make the white pop, I'm using just Shivering White Studio Fix powder. So I will curl my lash, put mascara on, and I'm using those lashes today. This one is in the style Cash, and those are Alex Lux lashes. I talked about them before, they're great, so let me do that off camera really quick because I'll get up close, and then I come back for a highlighter, lips, and we're done. So right, to give it a little highlight, I want to go in with Ice Coat highlighter. You want to use one that is white, and then you create just a little bit of dimension. And you need to use quite a lot of highlighter because against the white it's hard to show up. Alright, last but not least, let's do the lips. And I don't have a black lipstick right now, so I'm just using my, where is it? Here. My palette again, my Chroma Paint palette. And I'm using a brush with that. I'm using the black first, and then we fade it into white in the center. So now with a different brush, I go in with the white. Alright guys, I'm going off camera, put on a little outfit, jewelry and hair, and then I'm going to be right back. And this is the end of this video. I love this kind of look, but what is always funny is if you talk, if you open your mouth, that red, that pink of your lips and your tongue and the gums looks very severe compared to the black and white. And yeah, that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun creating it. I haven't done this in like 5 years, so glad to see that I still got it somewhat. I can see some mistakes, but you know what? It's okay because we are learning while we're doing it. So if you like this video, do me a favor. Go ahead, like this video down below and leave me a comment in the comment section. I also would like to know what you would like to see in the future, so leave me recommendations. And then if you have not, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's for free. You just click that little icon and it's, then you can always see when I upload. And if you want to get notified, you can ring the little bell. And then when you have time, please share this video with your friends and family as always. And thank you so much for watching. Until I see you next time, make sure you stay safe, wash your hands. Bye bye.